Test cricket. His composure, the attacking cricket mindset that he has, Nepal has to flourish it because he is going to be one of the biggest assets for Nepalese cricket in the future.
Most certainly. We were talking about him pre-match, how big of a player he could be in the future. He carries tremendous potential, and it's great to see him ball. Just has a very nice and simple, easy action. Was a bit nippier when he first came into the scene. Has certainly dropped down in some pace, but not in control. He has that control, hits the right areas, and does get the ball talking as well if it's on the newer side. Pretty standard field set right now.
Bowling on that fifth stump line regularly is Gulshan Zai. He's a kind of bowler who loves to hit the deck hard, get the bounce off the pitch, troubles the batter at times. But it's great to see the keeper trusting the youngster and giving ball in his hand.
Yeah, it was about time that Gulshan got to ball. And started off well, bowling around the fifth stump area. And again, Akshdeep Nath has really impressed us all at the middle, just having a composed head. He's on 31. He would love to bat all the way through and get UAE to a very respectable total where they feel like they could defend. Mohammad Irfan has been providing good assistance at the other end.
Trying to go over the top inside is lucky. That ball didn't go to the stump. Mohammad Irfan just got a bit carried away on this occasion. That was I was talking about. Look at the bounce off the pitch. He was hitting the deck really hard on that occasion. Surprised the batter.
The pitch does seem that it has a two-paced nature. That's why you see a lot of deliveries hitting the inside half of the bat. And again, there the bowlers are clever enough to know that they could ball across seam. That does take the pace off the ball after it pitches. Again, we see that slower bouncer executed very nicely by Gulshan.
One for the over, says umpire Binay Kumar Shah. And Akshdeep Nath, he has really impressed me, especially as a fact that the wickets were tumbling from one end, but he hung on there. He played shots at his will, was very watchful, didn't try to do anything fancy out of the box. And his composure has been a prominent factor for UAE to get to that 80 runs mark.
Talk about experience again. That one came off the pitch really nicely. End of the over. UAE 80 for 6.
Ek sip my juicy taste and you chew my full madza. Feel the chew, taste the juice, that's delicious.
केही सपना त अझै बाँकी थियो मेरो पनि दियो
sunflower oil मायाले बाँधेको स्वाद
Extreme energy drink.
So 14 done, 80 for 6. And joining me in the com box with Extreme Drink.
Feel the chew, taste the juice, that's
my time up there, and I just love getting up amongst the fans here. Not quite as big a crowd as we would probably expect at this stage for Nepal or like, but we're hoping that the ODIs to come will see full houses here at the TU. Slug swept, very much in control to the shorter side, gets plenty of it. It's a double. Decker, stick it up onto the top deck. They're going to need every run they can get here, the UAE, and this is a good partnership building up.
Absolutely no doubt about it. First 2 overs, Deepinder Singh Ari got all the respect that he would have imagined, but this time around, Mohammad Irfan said enough is enough. Went for that slog, but timed that with perfection. That was a huge 6. And look at that. He was prepared for that shot. Excellent execution.
Other thing I noticed from being up in the crowd, I'm sure the production crew can show us this as well, the sunset out there, absolutely spectacular. No signs of that rain that we had yesterday. And that sunset, well, it would take your breath away. Nicely guided, but won't be a single there. I think with the stands that have come in here at the TU, the parapets that have built up, you get even better views, something that was always a beautiful ground, even prettier now.
Yeah, it was already beautiful, but it looks smiling now with all the upgrades and stuff that's happening around here. You know, it's wonderful to witness the progress of Nepalese cricket along with the upgrades of the stadium here. From the ground, we have come to a place where we are saying 3-1 University International Cricket Stadium. A great journey. Dot ball. Deepinder Singh Ari, after getting smashed for that massive 6, he has come back pretty well, just conceded 1 in next 3. Final ball, played it with soft hands, will get a single and retain the strike, will be not. 15 done with 5 to go, 89 for 6 our UAE.
Extreme Energy Drink.
चिल्लो प्लास्टर मात्र गरेको बाहिरी भित्तामा एशियन पेन्ट्स ड्याम प्रुफ लगाइहाल्नुस्।
Nandan Yadav, this tonight, much more like what we would expect from Nepal, and much better altogether.
Absolutely, the only concern today that I can see, Andrew, so far has been the fielding. There has been some fumbles, some catches have been dropped, because normally Nepal sets a very high standard out in the field. But today they have been a bit wayward. Other than that, right on the spot, I'd say.
Sharply spun leg break, intentionally bowling that into the surface. Wants to keep every possibility of not hitting to the leg side out of play here. Here's another look at this googly. It's actually unplayable if you don't pick it, because you're thinking leg break, it's just rolling on. You're not seeing the back of the hand like you do with most wrong ones. It's rolled out of the side, and that's his 4th wicket in just 2 games. Actually his 4th inside just 4 overs, because he only bowled 2 last night. Ahead of those ODIs, so important that Nepal's most potent threat is in good form.
No doubt about it. And especially with the sort of line and length he's bowling, the variations that he's creating, he is going to be, no doubt, one of the trump cards for when it comes to Nepalese bowling in the ODIs. And it's a must-win situation for Nepal as well in that. So Sandeep will have a big role to play.
The googly immediately. You think it was probably picked or premeditated. He expected it. And I like again what he's doing with the field. You know, everyone back on the leg side, so taking out the risk. Responsible bowling here, because he's not. Sometimes he goes hunting for wickets. I don't think he is here. He knows just keeping the runs down is all that matters.
Very true, and that's the reason why he has been very effective in the tournament.
Good over. Might be 3 singles from it, but in any T20 you'll take that every day of the week. 16 bowled. It's 92 for 6.
Max Tiger Energy Drink.
मेरो पनि दियो
बाहिरी भित्ताको लागि एशियन पेन्ट्सको अल्टिमा रेन्ज Extreme Energy Drink.
So 92 for 6. With 4 overs to go UAE, it's time, Andrew, I guess, for them to cut loose from here. They have to get some runs on the board.
Yeah, I do want to give them credit though, because it's been a really good partnership. They're in a terribly difficult position before Arfan came out to join Nath. Now, the only thing is, the one that needs to kick on for me is Nath. He's the more senior of the two batters. He was in at number 5, just the single.
Nandan, he has been superb with the ball today. Ball in the right areas, though he went for some boundaries. But he was not afraid to hunt for that wicket, and that is the reason why he got one of the earlier wickets in his very first over. Now, Mohammad Irfan, I think he will be the one who will be taking charge of getting the boundaries, because UAE will be needing not till that very end. So 93 on the board, 6 wickets down, 23 balls left in the inning.
Yeah, really crunch final 4 here. It's almost reminiscent, isn't it, of yesterday's innings for Nepal. As the direct hit's going to allow a second. Could be a run-out chance on strikers then. Direct hit might make it interesting. And good thinking from Sandeep Lamachane, who was very much alive to the potential of an overthrow. And Buddy Pradhan says, let's go upstairs.
And Irfan doesn't look comfortable at all. He wasn't even expecting that. He wasn't dragging the bat either, Andrew. So this is going to be touch and go for me. I think the batter is struggling. Oh, it's not. Yeah, they've crossed it. It's Akshdeep Nath. That's going to be a big, big blow if he is short of that crease.
It was very clever from Lamachane, because whilst he might not be the strongest fielder, he was live to the fact that Nath wasn't really watching. And I really thought as well he might have turned an overthrow into a wicket. Quick thinking from Lamachane, and definitely the right end to throw to, because running to the danger end as it was of safely home, don't think Nath had any idea this was coming, and he's a bit fortunate to survive.
Oh, big moment this for UAE. They cannot afford to lose Nath. Umpires are checking if the bat's dragged. It looks fine. Yeah, but the Pradhan is happy, the third umpire is happy, and much more happier will be the UAE side, Andrew.
Yeah, been a good partnership, worth 45 now. It's come in good time as well. But it has to kick on from this position. It really does. It's good running, we'll get them back for a second. He's a handy sort of utility player to have coming in at number 8 is Mohammad Arfan. 32 years of age, into his 13th T20I. Definitely in the team for his bowling, but a handy batter, and showing his skills with what could be, in fact now is, a top scorer in international cricket, going past his previous best of 26.
Yeah, and he has supported Nath very well. Has taken a lot of pressure off him, but it's the time. UAE, they have to decide one of these batters to go for their shots.
Given as a wide, now, marginal that one. Nandan Yadav, no complaints from him. Yeah, I think you look at the development of both of these countries in recent years, and you look at the facilities that the UAE have, for example, they should be doing better in associate cricket. They really should. They're bottom of Cricket World Cup League 2. They had a very indifferent World Cup, and the player pool that they have, with the academies and the structure that they have in the country, I think they should be right up towards the higher echelons of the associate game. And you could make an argument Nepal should be as well. It shows how tough associate cricket is. It shows how competitive it is as well. America, Netherlands, Scotland at the moment, very dominant. For me, these are two sides who need to improve their consistency and show just how good their player pool, their talent base is. And they only do that by improving the regularity of good performances.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. And some of the changes that we can see straight away after the World Cup is, look at the changes that both of the sides have made coming up to this tournament. Lots of changes we can see in UAE side as well. Nepal, well, Dipendra Singh Airi, he's the new captain. He is leading the side. Lots of youngsters coming in. So it's in the phase of, transformation. So it will take some time, but hope they are in the right direction.
Nicely picked up, and he's got it a long way behind square, so he will get 4. Fine legs up in the circle. He's trying to cramp him for room, and he did, but Nath had an answer. And that's an important boundary, making this a good over as the 100 comes up.
Look at that. He was not in the best of the positions to play that shot, but that wrist work has been superb. One bounce over the rope, no chance for the fielder. The precision in that shot, finding out that gap, has been the prime factor for Akshdeep Nath whenever he goes for those shots. Raised to 40 of 33 deliveries. He will be very, very important in upcoming 3.1 overs for UAE.
Good Yorker. Nails it. And that's the skill he has that Stuart Law likes. 17 bowled. 103 for 6.
Max Tiger Energy Drink.
In cricket and in life, being an all-rounder gives you the edge. That's why Grace International is with you every step of the way. Grace International, connecting life and learning.
Extreme Energy Drink. One by MetLife app bata. अब आफ्नो स्वास्थ्य अवस्था बारेमा चित बनाउनुहोस्. One by MetLife app. सहज अनि स्वस्थ पनि.
Really enjoying the action here, live from the TU International Cricket Ground. And certainly Nepal showing their formidable ability to bounce back, as Hemant Dami, who's had a good evening, picked up his first 2 T20 international wickets, would love a third, comes in for his 4th and final over. Good Yorker, and just a hand from Bam, I think is going to save 3 runs. The keeper has been exceptional tonight.
No doubt about it, especially the catch that he took, that Superman effort from Lokesh Bam. He made room for himself, but that Yorker could have gone anywhere. So that is the reason why this youngster has been really impressive. He is very gutsy. He's not afraid to go for those Yorkers, the slower balls. He has got lots of variations. And in the last edition of PM Cup, he took 26 wickets. Was the pick of the bowlers in terms of wicket department.
Club down the ground, fielder there, but just short. Didn't know whether to stick or twist it, Kushal Malla. I think he thought at first about coming for the catch, ends up doing neither, and almost has to evade it in the end. It ends up being a boundary.
It's been a concern for Nepal, the fielding today. It was a catch-22 situation for Kushal Malla. He was in 2 minds. Oh, he's looking at the ground. Might have got but a bit of turn after it got bounced just in front of Kushal Malla. Nevertheless, it's 4 runs for Akshdeep Nath. He moves on to 44 now, just 6 shy of his half century.
Just little things. For me, for the associate sides, even the very best associate sides like Netherlands, Scotland, USA, they're really leading the way at the moment. Nepal and UAE are trying to catch up to them. Round the wicket now. Gets the Yorker in, well bowled. But for me, the associate sides, they have to do everything right. So they've got to get all these little 1%ers spot on. A small one I've just noticed. Why is the 18th and 20th over going to be bowled from the far end of the ground with a 60-metre leg side boundary? You've got to bowl your first over from that end, so your 20th and final is bowled with the bigger leg side boundary. Small things matter.
It does. In fact, it does. But I'm very sure the coach must have had some plans in his mind as well. He decided to go from the other end. Going for the wild swing yet again. Mohammad Irfan struggling to get his timing right lately.
Yeah, so those little things, the small 1%ers, for the associate sides to go to the World Cup, compete and win, they've got to get all of those right. Team selection, the bowlers you choose to bowl and when, your batting orders, then implement your game plan. So you've got to stack all of those little things up and then play a 9 out of 10 game to beat the full members.
Absolutely. The homework is very essential for the team to do. The captain, the coaching staff, the minds behind the game, they have to be right on their money.
Like this tactic. He's kind of taking the leg side out of play by coming round the wicket and angling it across. There's lots of promise in young Hamanta Dami. He's another, correct me if I'm wrong, from out the far west, isn't he? How many come from Sudar Pashim?
Plenty. Dipendra Singh Airi is already there. He played from Sudar Pashim Royals in the last edition of NPL. He represented Sudar Pashim province in the PM Cup. He was one of the key players who got their side to the final. It was the first provincial team to play the finals of PM Cup.
Yeah, there's something in the water out in Sudar Pashim. It just keeps creating talented cricketers. 18 bowled. It's 112 for 6.
एक सिपमा juicy taste अनि chewमा full मजा. Feel the chew, taste the juice. That's delicious.
चिल्लो प्लास्टर मात्र गरेको बाहिरी भित्तामा एशियन पेन्ट्स ड्याम्प प्रुफ लगाइहाल्नुहोस्.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल.
Hey my dear friend upon the wall, don't you sneeze or we might fall. Take a breath and blow the flower bright. Golden wings take off in flight. Magic's hiding everywhere.
And Lamachani's going to bowl his fourth and final. 2 overs in the modern T20I game, becoming more and more important. The 6th and final of the power play, and the penultimate. This 19th over is integral.
And against Sandeep Lamachani, I don't think it's a very good idea to, go for that unorthodox shot. They have to play with the straighter bats and go for those full-flight shots, if possible.
Looks to go leg side, but he might have just gone straight up. It is the shorter boundary, but it's Dipendra Singh Airi. Much easier than the run-out that he effected. It gives Lamachani a second, a 5th in the series. And the 2 most popular players with the fans, we heard from the crowd, they combine to break the partnership.
Mohammad Irfan, well, he is the latest victim of Sandeep Lamachani. Takes his 2nd of the match. Wanted to go over the top, as Andrew and I were discussing. Yeah. It was the googly indeed. Didn't read it well. And as a result, as you can see, another wicket goes down. The partnership has been finally broken, Andrew. We will not see the highest partnership. Mohammad Irfan goes for 32 of 27, 112 for 7.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल. Extreme energy drink.
ज्ञान सोल्टी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्याशब्याक पाउनु. ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रोज्ने.
NASA Securities, Nepal's largest stockbroker.
Khuzaima Tamir to the crease, a man born in Faisalabad, now officially an adopted Emirati citizen. We'll have to face up to Sandeep Lamachani. Down the track, another one straight up. Irie says, I'll catch this in my sleep. Too easy. It's 2 and 2. Lamachani's got another. He's on a hat-trick as UAE start to crumble.
The duo doing the trick again. It was Sandeep Lamachani bowling, Dipendra Singh Airi catching. The previous one, this one is the replicate, but just not as far. Tanvir just lasted for one delivery, didn't trouble the scorer at all. That was a typical leg spinner. Wanted to go over the top, leading is yet again, and the easiest of catches for Dipendra Singh Airi. He is not going to drop those. And UAE, they lose their 8th. Tanvir goes for not 112 for 8 now.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल.
Max Tiger Energy Drink.
ज्ञान सोल्टी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्याशब्याक पाउनु. ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रोज्ने.
juicy taste अनि chewमा full मजा. Feel the chew, taste the juice. That's delicious.
So 18.3 done, 112 for 8. Sandeep Lamichhane is on a hat-trick. 2 wickets and 2 deliveries. The hat-trick ball.
Not this time, not this time. Just one T20I hat-trick in history for Nepal. It belongs to Karen KC. This was the second, or this was the first, in fact, wasn't it? Really cleverly bowled, googly, hidden away from the hitting arc. Ari judged a good catch. Mala stayed out of the way, and then it was the same combination for the second. Very clever, slow, loopy leg break. That tempted Tanvir down the crease. Ari said, I'll take that. But rather than becoming the 87th in history, he nearly has 3 and 4, and the second Nepali, he has to be satisfied with what are going to be sensational figures.
No doubt about it. Even the likings of Nath, he's struggling. He has faced 38 deliveries for his 46. Still hasn't been able to pick Sandeep Lamichhane. That googly, he nearly missed it. That was so close to that off-stump line. Pitched and coming back in towards the right-hander. Oh boy, how hard is it to pick Sandeep's googly, Andrew?
It's the fact he's got more than one that makes it so difficult. This has been a sensational over. I'm not sure if we have a player of the series, but it's probably going to be this man, Sandeep Lamichhane, even doing the fielding himself. Sensational bowling of the highest quality. It's 3 for 6 and a high five from even the Emirati batters. 113 for 8.
ज्ञान चक्की आटा हामीसँग ज्ञान छ सबैलाई हुने ज्ञान
Max Tiger Energy Drink.
Well, it's been all Nepal this evening, and the fans, nowhere near capacity by any stretch, have been given a real treat because one of their most beloved players, Sandeep Lamichhane, has taken 6 wickets in 6 overs across the 2 evenings, and showing the true world-class form that Nepal will need him to be at during those one-day internationals. Nandan Yadav will bowl the 20th and final, and UAE, despite that rearguard 7th wicket partnership, have not had much to cheer apart from a no ball that's just been given. Eagle-eyed Vinay Kumar Jha is going to signal a free hit.
Nandan Yadav into his final over. The line was pretty accurate, but it was a problem with his front foot. So the free hit coming up. It's a free license for Juhaib, the player of the match from yesterday. Ball superb, taken 3 wickets. Will be facing the free hit from Nandan Yadav.
And again, he'll have the shorter side on the leg side. Here's a look at the no ball. Spot on. Quite a big one, actually, as well. Here's the free hit. Slapped away into the offside. Will race to the rope. Gets 4. Not quite the maximum he'd have liked, but every run will help the UAE's cause here.
UAE will take it with both hands, Andrew. 5 runs of the first ball of the final over. The first one being the no ball, second ball. The freebie for the batter. Slashed into it, in between the fielder. A point and cover race to the boundary for a 4. So Juhaib faced 3 balls, is not out on 5. On the other hand, Nath is batting on 46. I still believe Nath is the one who should be taking most of the deliveries from here on, Andrew.
Yeah, look, obviously in the free hit you have a go. You try to hit it for 4 or 6, but now I'd agree with you. Get the single, give Nath a chance at a half century and to capitalise upon what could be the last 4 deliveries after this one. Good batting. He was impressive with the ball yesterday and does his job now with the bat. Now, can Nath exploit this little bit of an error with this final over coming from the Chobar end of the ground and find 2, 3 maximums?
Well, UAE will at least be expecting that because he's a set batter. 39 deliveries he has already faced, batting on 46. Still 4 legal deliveries to go. Nandan Yadav started with the no ball in the first ball of the final. That is a big, big no ball.
Yeah, if a first ball back in a spell, sometimes you can just get your stride pattern wrong. It's not necessarily that he'll have run from a different mark. He might have just started that stride pattern incorrectly, so he oversteps. Doesn't try to exploit the shorter side, looks for the reverse ramp. Doesn't want the single because he wants the strike, and Sandeep Lamachani's happy with Nath going with that option.
Cat and mouse. Sandeep Lamachani and ball on that occasion. Trying to catch it. Still smiling. That's all happening now. 3 deliveries left. Nandan gone for 4 in the first legal delivery, then a single and a dot ball. Nepal would expect at least to restrict UAE under 125 runs.
Been interesting watching Irie as well, captaining, because I know he's done it very, very effectively for the Sudar Prashim Royals in the Nepal Premier League. He's been excellent those 2 final runs, coming up as the bridesmaid twice in the first 2 editions. But it's different up in international cricket, and just watching him evolve to that role will be interesting. As that is hammered all the way for 6, and it will bring up 50 for Nat. Very well played indeed. It's a really good strike, looking for the block hole. But the man born in Lucknow in just his second T20I has a maiden T20I 50.
Very well played. Akshdeep Nath, 52 of 41 deliveries. Nandan Yadav was looking for that Yorker. Didn't quite got it the way he'd have liked. The batter got a full toss, and a batter who has batted for 40 deliveries is not going to miss on that occasion.
He'll want 2 more now, won't he? We said, could he find 2 or 3 over the ropes? I think you're so much better when you have a 60-metre boundary on one side, putting away the ramp, the scoop, the reverse. Just stand there and hit it. Even if you've got to slog it across the line, you'll get a better chance of getting a boundary that way. Nails the block hole. Now, I think the non-striker's got to think about coming back for a second here, but brilliant fielding from Bertel in the deep will keep Nath stranded at the non-striker's end.